the 4th verse, the Lord is going to bring you down. The Lord's going to destroy these so-called white people. He already been bringing them down, but he going to ultimately get you, man. Pursuant to Revelations 13, 9, and 10, y'all going into slavery. And there ain't no Edomite going to make it out of that, man. There ain't going to be 5 Edomites or a handful of Edomites. It said Edom. That means every lad. That was plural, right? It said, I'll read it again, the first verse. The vision of Obadiah, who was a prophet of the Lord, thus saith the Lord, power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, concerning Edom, the whole damn nation, man. But 5 out of that going to make it out of there, man. 5 of them out there going to make it, and they're going to be in the kingdom. How the hell?
That's why that guy blocks us, man. You know, that's why he blocks us. Hey, but anyway, let's go back into the Apocrypha. All right? Back to where we were breaking it down.
Khan, this is the book of, 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, verse 10. For the world has lost his youth, and the times begin to wax old. For the world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10 parts of it are gone already, and half of a 10th part. And there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th part. Excuse me.
There remaineth that the half of the 10th part, meaning the end of that half of the 10th part, that's when Yahweh Shai going to come on the scene, which makes it a complete 10th part, which is 9.5.
Now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Not embrace it, renounce corruption. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. And set aside.
I'm sorry. The queen of the 2/3. He said you're supposed to be soft and not be angry and bitter. You're supposed to have a laid back, weak spirit.
When you put off the weak nature, that means you got to put on a hard nature, man. All right. And a guy with a weak nature, when it's too cold out there, he ain't gonna go out, man. Okay, so that right there, just based on the fact that you don't go out in the winter times, you know, that proves that you're not a man of the Lord. Talking about you one of the elect. You stop lying to yourself, boy.
It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Oh, well, concerning the elites, the thoughts that are most heavy unto them is the fact that they're going down. That's why that Rothschild was found dead, OD'd on heroin, on heroin.
It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So,
like I said, look how much the world has become weaker through age. We know it's not talking about Israel, man. We know it's not talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. Because when that split took place, how many tribes did you have that went with Jeroboam? Wasn't that was it 10?
10.
Right, you're right. You're right.
Tribes,
it was 10 tribes.
Yeah.
10 tribes, because 3 tribes stayed with the kingdom of Judah.
Right.
So that was the 10 tribes. So the fact that it says a 9th, part of a 10th. See, back at One West, they used to teach that 9.5 tribes. That was Levi. Levi wasn't. Well, you said that in your the video that you did on the last. Was that? You mentioned that. You went into that, that was a good series right there, man. Because you went into a lot of history on how the 10 tribes, and you linked Reuben up in there, and it made 100% sense, man. You know? So that part right there is not talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, and 10 tribes was cut, and half of that of the 10th and all that nonsense. It's talking about a time period, man. Go ahead.
Elder Dahar, because Jeroboam, if them assholes studied, well, I ain't talking about Ariana and them, they just went off. But them other guys, Jeroboam.
Ariana and them didn't have no business going off, man.
Yeah, you're right.
That's why we got to correct them, too. That's what they used to teach at the main school. They went off.
They went off, man.
All right, they went off, all right? And then, you know what, that doesn't mean that he's not a man of the Lord. It wasn't given to no one man.
That's right, Khan. Because Jeroboam, if you read it, it's right there in the scripture, man. It said Jeroboam made all the Levites depart out of the land of Israel, man. Meaning the 10 tribes, Reuben and Gad and Ephraim and us, because of that wicked ass Jeroboam, we kicked all the Levites out.
Yep.
We say, y'all got to leave, man.
Yep.
And then he started setting up members of the other tribes as being the priests, which he was going off.
Going back to the show that you did, you said that you had Gadites that were holy men. That's where you get the term, he's a holy man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like in the movie with Kevin Costner, Dances with Wolves, they said the Edomite bitch that was talking the Gadite language, he said, he is a holy man.
Yeah.
The guy was his name Graham Greene. He played the holy man because that goes back to Jeroboam saying, okay, you Gadites, you're gonna be the Levites. You're going to be the new priest. And Reuben, you're going to be priest. Some of y'all, and this tribe, you're going to be priests. So all of them had their they call them shamans, medicine men, holy men.
That's right.
Because they replaced the Levites. Because Jeroboam, as you said, pushed out the Levites and they went among Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, Judah and Benjamin, you know?
They were the lowest, the scriptures say they were the lowest of the people. It says it right here. 1 Kings 13 and 33, after this thing Jeroboam returned not from his evil way, but made again of the lowest of the people priests. The lowest of the people, priests of the high places. And if the reason why I did that is because he cast out the Levites.
Yeah, it actually says it. I don't know if you got the scripture, but it actually says it. He cast out Levi.
Right.
And they left from there. I read it a couple weeks back, but I can go through it, but, you know.
Right. So 1 Kings 13 and 33, here's the account that says that Jeroboam took the lowest of the people and made them priests. Why? Because he cast out the Levites. Lowest of the people priests of the high places, whosoever would he consecrated, whosoever would he consecrated after him, and he became one of the priests of the high places. He himself became a priest. But yet the scripture said, but check this out. Yet the scripture said that he returned not from his evil way, but he became a priest.
One quick thing, hey, maybe you Jeroboam, man, you wicked ass nigga, because you used to be a Gadite. Elder Tahar told me, I didn't see the video. Now you a Judite, and I posed the question again. What happened? How did you switch tribes, man? Or back in one West?
I'll give you the reason. Because he's a holy man.
Yeah. Because you know what, man? Maybe I'm just saying it in speculation. You might be Jeroboam, man. Nate, you might be Jeroboam because you wicked as hell, man.
It could have been. It could be Nate. It could be the General Yohana. It could be Comfy. Could be Bubble Eye Blackfish. Well, Bubble Eye, he kind of fits that bill because he's out of control, man. His nonsense.
Right. It says, this is back in 2 Esdras 14:17. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. I got a quick precept, 2 Esdras 5 and 48. Then said he unto me, even so have I given the womb. I'm sorry, let me read 47. And I said, she can, 48. Then said he unto me, even so have I given the womb of the earth to those that be sown in it in their times. For like as a young child may not bring forth the things that belong to the aged, even so have I disposed the world which I created. And I asked and said, seeing thou hast not given me the way, I will proceed to speak before thee. For our mother, of whom thou hast told me she is young, draweth now nigh unto age. He answered me and said, ask a woman that beareth children, and she shall tell thee. Say unto her, wherefore are not they whom thou hast now brought forth like those that were before, but less of stature? And she shall answer thee, they that be born in the strength of youth are of one fashion, and they that are born in the time of age, when the womb faileth, are otherwise. Consider thou therefore also how that you are less of stature than those that were before you, and so are they that come after you less than ye, as a creature which now begin to be old, and have passed over the strength of youth. Because when you go back in the time in the history, everything back then was bigger. Yeah. Men were bigger, the animals were bigger, the fruits and vegetation, trees, everything was a lot bigger, you know? But now as time has drawn closer to the end, everything is lesser and lesser of stature.
And wickedness increases.
Right, and wickedness increases, everything is less and less of stature. You
That's
know
right.
why? Because we're coming now to the time of the very end. When you read the scriptures, it tell you that it took 2 strong men to hold a cluster of grapes. That means that those grapes, each one of them grapes had to be the size of probably of a watermelon today. You know? So if it took 2 strong men to hold a cluster of grapes, now a cluster of grapes, a baby can hold it in his hands. That just shows you how far gone this world and how corrupt this world has become. And now remember, going back during the time of Adam, the Most High said that he looked